Ah, hello. Yeah. Oh god, I should. Okay, we're starting off with a good thought. Need a drink. What I got for not talking before I even start doing anything. Also, your stream today. Again, I think he's in the last one. So I'm basically gonna try and get to like 1,000 checks today. Hey. So I realized, I was like, why is it going so slow compared to like some hunts I have done? And if I need to try and find something. Yeah, hopefully 1,000 pair, which is technically 2,000 checks altogether.
Shiny Charjarbug _ welcomed everyone to the pantry party.
As always, thank you. I'm gonna try and just quickly scroll through Discord a second, because I know it's definitely somewhere in here. I just can't remember how long ago, because it's like start of the year. Where are we in the Shinies channel? That was me doing the Nidoran hunt. Was that? That was Mouse holding for. Okay, so it went too far. Where are we? I've shared this somewhere. I had to go teen hunt. Shaman, that was it. So, that's also actually a terrible angle. If I can drag this. Okay, you can kind of see it there. Shaman, I got really lucky at 1,672. That is individual resets. So, okay, Discord just died. I don't know what happened with Discord there. Yeah, so that was stupid lucky. We're just before that. So if I come over to this screen, don't be jealous, because currently I'm at down there 1,400 or 1,414. That's what I've managed to get offline. I've also managed, I think I posted the Discord as well, make the counter way better so checks are a lot quicker, and I've got like a whole system down to where I can just, I mean, let's just get through encounters and get it going. Everything should be running, but basically, yeah, a ton. And I was thinking, hopefully I get Dialga first, because I can borrow a copy of Shine and Pearl off my brother-in-law, and I can dual hunt just Palkia, so technically Palkia will go up 2 for every check. It's like way back start of the year. I think early January in the Shinies channel. I always try and post everything in there. I'm just trying to remember how I have stuff set up, because I was doing it right before, but then I've taken a break and I'm like out of muscle memory. So it's like hold once forward, and the moment it does it there, they both auto update now as well. Hey Majora, welcome. Majora, I need to remember to send you my friend code or something, or if you like DM me yours. I realised after the last stream, or like I say after last stream, which is technically now. I forgot to add you. Yeah, that updates a lot quicker. So now, the moment I see the face on the screen, I'm either looking for a green Dialga, or what I've been using as a reference is Palkia's eye to its like mouth lip thing, whether they're both red or if one looks purple, rather than waiting all the way until it says like Dialga Palkia appeared, which has just sped up the checks a lot and made it so much easier. And I've been able to get through so many. Oh yeah, well, I try and remember this time. I think I just kind of spaced out after the last stream, just trying to get stuff done. Yeah, you'll notice there's like, as soon as I see the face here, both of them are wrong, so I can just like drop out rather than how long I had to wait after the last stream. Which I really want to like nail down this like auto counter program, just if anyone's got a capture card or anything. It's so nice to just like space out and watch stuff, because also So for reference, for like a good chunk of the checks I was doing, I decided I'll just throw on a show or something. Also, I need something a bit more upbeat. Yeah, it works. Yeah, I was like, I need something to just watch and burn through time while I don't really have to watch the screen other than like a few seconds every now and again. So I decided to watch, I was going to tell you to use that method, but I didn't want to use it. Yeah, it was mainly a thing of, it was mainly a thing of the counter and getting that to work. So, because basically, I had it referencing a different bit of text, but now it references the text box it says instead. Cloudside EX? Are we getting polls already? Let's have a look, because it's just going to be very similar stuff. So, may as well break it up a little bit. Pocket TCG. Where's it? Oh, there it is. Hey! Congrats. Oh, I love Cloudsire's art, especially like the bits where it goes like out of bounds. I have a lot of back points to burn through as well, or the, I should say, what are they called? Hourglasses to burn through. And depending on what it's like when I get to 1,000, I might start pulling Palkia packs just to see. Because I've got the immersive Dialga. I just need from Space Time Smackdown. Or it's got some stupid name like that. I forget what it is. I've already got the immersive Dialga from that. But see if by the time I get to around 1,000, if I'm any luckier. Or if I'm just as unlucky TCG was. And hopefully we hear that sound today. I'm surprised I remember. I just remember Space Time. It's kind of like how I remember lyrics to songs and stuff. If I'm singing along, or like playing along is the main one because I'm trying to remember like how to play it and the lyrics that go along with like that first chorus, whatever. How I remember them is basically like the first word a few, and then that kind of like muscle memories me onto the rest of it. But when it comes to stuff like pack names or whatever, or like series and shows and stuff, unless it's Pokemon, I just remember the first chunk. Like, let's say, for instance, we all know I do a bit of Sheeran around here. If I'm singing along with, like, You Need Me, I Don't Need You, or, like, performing it, I just know I've got to think of, like, now I'm in town. And then it just, like, rolls me into, now I'm in town, break it down, think I make a new sound, and just straight blast through it. But I just need those first few words. Also, it's going to be weird once I get one of these to only see one counter going up. Because most of the time, they update the same for both. But I could probably just give you the example now. Just like, I could run one faster than the other and just annoy people having it one off. That would be quite funny. Because my dumb brain loves that kind of stuff. Let's run Dialga one ahead of Palkia. And see how many times I get people saying, oh, you just need to like fix the counter because they're off. They should be the same. Oh, now I've got to like break my brain. So Dialga should run one ahead. And that's just also a nice example of how this counter works so nicely. It would have been great if that was a Dialga counter. Like, imagine, I'm just going to run it off and then I'll just get it immediately. I need to tease the game a bit more, basically. We need to do the same as I did when I was catching Arceus. And I was like, oh, I won't catch it. Like, you'll probably get it before I do. And then Arceus like, no, I'm staying in this ball. Which I had more thoughts I didn't even think of for the Gen 4 Living Dex thing that I'm still, like, working out how to do. Hey, Lavender, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been nice seeing you, like, in the Discord, like, just chatting every now and again. But been a while since I've seen you properly live. Like, I think the last time was dropping in and, like, you were making dinner or something. Yeah, it's been going well. Currently, do I have it all up? I do, but I don't have the Photoshop layer. I have every Hisuian shiny here. I'm just trying to get those two, just to very quickly catch you up. And obviously, it's going to be this time as soon as you popped in. It's going to be a big Pokeball reward for like 100k. I don't know what I'd do for that, honestly. Because Because I've tried to think of, like, if they got more expensive, what to do with them. Because that's, like, a time investment, so it feels like it needs to be worth something. I know Ray's at 100k now, so that would be, like, an instant redeem. But I don't know. For 100k, it could be, like, a game added to the list of, like, that I work through for, like, in-between streams. Because I am planning to do some other stuff between projects, so I can, like, jump on, not have to think about Pokemon for a bit while I'm, like, editing Pokemon and recording stuff. So it could be, like, game suggestions or stuff like that for stream. Like, you dictate content a bit because you've watched so much of it. That feels like it could work nicely. And being one up on the count is actually annoying me. Oh, 30 or 40. Yeah, that might be a bit. Like, I usually for streams expect about like 5, maybe 10 seconds delay at most. And also, welcome back. What is that icon you've got next to your name? I'm curious now. Zevin 2024. That's just like a cool little icon to have. It's unique. Free merch, free sub. Maybe not monetary wise, but the mention in a video. I don't know, because I've also got that as like, so for anyone who's subbed through projects, so that's like, I know they go for a while, so anyone who subs through it, you were mentioned at the end of the Shiny, well, the Shiny Dynamic, at the end of the Meloetta video and like the credit scroll bit. For a second, that was very good. For anyone who's like subbed to the channel or like a member on YouTube and things like that, just because I feel like I need to do something for people on there. I am planning somewhere down the line to like have a community Minecraft server, just because I like doing that as like mindless work, and it'd just be nice to like get on outside of streams and doing stuff. Everyone can just like hop in, hop off whenever. Despite being the only one I haven't followed. Holy. Yeah, it's a good one to have. To be fair, it'd be nice to have something on mine that wasn't like 2024, but that's pretty much mine on like every channel. But I also don't really care enough. I do chat a bit more on streams nowadays. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe if I was to keep it thematic, I could do something like Cobblemon. That is just like a bit more for like anyone who just jumps in to like have to set up mods and stuff. But also it's a relatively simple mod setup. So I was like 50-50, whether it just be like vanilla or Cobblemon. Yeah, because the reason I'd also be able to do that is, one, the community is not that big, so it wouldn't be super expensive to do. I basically just pay for a normal server that I would just for like me and my friends to play on. Plus, it would probably be something that I'd jump on as well for me to play. So technically, I'm just paying for it myself. And then you just get to jump on with. I just have to figure out all the cross-platform and stuff is what I'm really trying to think of also for the vanilla side of it. Because obviously, you're not going to be able to play Cobblemon on like a console. There may just be vanilla, but we could still heavily Pokemon theme it. Which is probably what I do. I have like my own little world, which I may eventually somewhere down the line give you tours of. Because I just like walking around my world, so I feel like it'd be nice to like show people what I've done and not just have it be my own little world. Make my effort a bit more worth it. Also, I want to point something out that I thought would be backwards. So you'll notice that one will tend to load slower than this one. Very counterintuitively. Let's get this check first. So I can point because my hands are taken up. Basically got like both controllers in one hand, but then I use both hands to tap it and then move to the other controls. Yeah, very counterintuitively. The one over there is the OLED switch, and the one over there is the original switch. I don't know if it's because that one works off of an SD card or not, or there's some SD card messing with it, like loading stuff off it. That could also be it. That's also what I was thinking. So, like, because I want to give people something for the time. Hey, Lucy, welcome, welcome. You've become smug these last 2 days. What have you been doing? Indulges. Yeah. So you have options to join. Like you sub, you just get it there and then. Or if you redeem the 100k reward, I just say like type in your name and I can just write it. You say you peasants, I am one of you. I was very smug and I'm still super excited for it. Like, apparently people are conflating a couple things. So obviously the Switch 2 being like, for the bundle, £430 for me. And like, whatever ends up being like $500 when you eventually get to pre-order. Which is just a sad circumstance. Mine says it's... Mine's not arriving, it's a click and collect. So I can go and collect it on the 5th. In like a Smith's. Because I'm probably going to be in work that day. So I can go pick it up afterwards. After work or before. Depending on when I start work. Yeah, I should have it on the day, and then I'm planning to jump on that day as well to go through like whatever people have questions for. Yeah, like you pointed out in Discord, as long as it's coming, it's good. Like I love the optimism. I should stream Welcome Tour. Out of principle, unless it is like free, I am not playing Welcome Tour. Because it's the equivalent of like Astro's Playroom. And people had opinions on Astro's Playroom being good because it was a packing title with the PS5. Less in depth. Yeah. But still, I'm kind of like sticking with like, it's just a game manual that you can play. So like, out of principle, I'm not getting it. $15. It's somewhere around there. I've heard something like £10, $10, something along those lines. Yeah, exactly. It's something they've made. Like, even if they didn't do, like, a Mario Kart World Tour bundle, like, they should have had, like, 2. You get just a console with Welcome Tour. God, they're both kind of, like, tourish. Or Mario Kart World Tour. And one is the base price. And one is what it is, $430 for me. You'll be the only person streaming it. You'll have enough. Welcome to it. That is true. That took me a second to connect that. Ooh. And then I could have a real niche in YouTube. Being the only one making Welcome Tour content outside of like Austin John Plays or something. I want to do the Animal Crossing or Tomodachi Life releases. Have they confirmed? This is just because I haven't went back and watched the original Switch release. Like, the Tomodachi Life. Are we trying to gaslight me into thinking Palkia is shiny? Yeah, I don't remember seeing a Switch tour date. Switch tour. Tomodachi Life release date. God, so many like tour, Mario Kart, World Tour. God, yeah. There you go. Yeah, at least this one's easier to time for the shiny gaslighting. Yeah, I'd be the biggest Welcome Tour Switch streamer for all of the half an hour at most that it will take to play that game. Eventually, maybe I might pick it up just as like... Okay, if I ever do, it would be an April Fool's stream for sure. And go to, like, Astro's Playroom. Well, no. Start with Welcome Tour. Welcome Tour and World Tour, that's when I get mixed up. Start with Welcome Tour and then go into the actual good, like, Astro's Playroom. Like, I just play console manual games, basically. Oh, that's because the series I was burning through doing these checks, by the way. And I'm so annoyed that I jumped in at the best and worst times. Be a funny launch stream if playing Mario Kart, yeah. That's one thing I was thinking also today. I will get to the series I was watching eventually. I kind of do want to pick up some other games just so I can like go through a few. Because obviously I'll play Scarlet and Violet and like I can do straight back-to-back comparisons of like the base game to the Switch 2 version, obviously, and we can see the difference. And I could do that with, like, if I pick up the expansion pass for Nintendo Online, I can also do Zelda and compare those. Deltarune is out that day, and I have mentioned I do want to play it. That is on the list. 2 games on the list right now are... I'm not going to play Undertale because I've played that twice for both types of playthrough. See, ZA won't be release day. I was thinking like release day, I might pick up a couple. Oh, sorry, yeah, when it comes out, yeah. I didn't read both messages. That's my bad. What I want to play is Hollow Knight and Deltarune. Yeah, exactly. I want to play Hollow Knight so I can play Silksong when it's out and be kind of like up to date. Yeah, maybe not on the day, but Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, and Colosseum are both on the list of playthroughs I want to do that I'm 50-50 between them being like main channel and maybe first like Panay play stuff. But definitely, like I was even just looking up, like, how much is Hollow Knight right now? I was like, oh, it's only about like 15 quid. Tempted. So I could play that just at some point. Maybe even like between like editing this video. No, I think they've confirmed Joy-Cons and Pro Controllers and that will work on the Switch too. They're just not backwards compatible in a different way. So like the Switch 1 Pro Controller will work on the Switch 2, but the Switch 2 won't work on the Switch 1. Hey! No, I'm happy you were here for a bit. Good luck with your trivia. Hopefully you do better than I do. Because I am so terrible with trivia. Me and my housemates in uni were terrible with trivia. And we were like celebrating coming second to last. Purely because of a stupid drawing I did. Let's... An owl... You know what? The mostly complete lore of Hollow Knight. I'm going to say that one for later. Just I'd go in fresh. I was going to say that would be a great video for going through these checks. I'm going to have to keep that one in mind. Pop that one as sticky notes, actually. Because I love sticky notes. So good. New one, add.
It's time
for the adverts. Enjoy the adverts, everyone who is not subbed or has Nitro or whatever. Let's get rid of all the sticky notes. And do I get the shiny during the advert? Halfway through. Okay, so is everything like halfway through Hollow Knight then just like doesn't need context? Hey, congrats. I'm kind of happy that ads aren't for everyone, so it's more like the advert comes up and you go. Very tumble. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was going for. Like, it's very loud, rambunctious, and just obnoxious. Okay, so real talk. Where's the family? Unfortunately, no Family Guy footies. I was thinking, annoyingly, I was gonna like chat shit with Solara, but I'm not sure. I should have really tested it, to be fair. I could potentially have chatted crap. Okay, there is a real call for Family Guy funnies. Yeah, I think I need to be clicked into... Has that been counting up, by the way? Because I can test that. No, I will just test that now. I'll click out the window. And then if the counter still goes up, that means potentially I could chat crap with Solara in the corner. I may, just because I haven't had a ton of time, it's been a day since the last stream, I've just been getting checks in. Trying to hopefully get one for this stream. I do have a Pan bot channel. Yeah, he did, and so did Smiths, where I pre-ordered it from, but they went immediately. But thankfully, I jumped on straight away, and I think initial Switch pre-orders, just the console, Okay, they seem like they went up. Just the Switch console went after an hour, and I think the bundle went after 2. Yeah, I'm not surprised Amazon's lasted 2 minutes. That's why I like to also go weird places like Smith's, because, one, they're usually like a few quid cheaper, but also no one thinks of going to a toy store for like big Switch releases. So it's like, I can go to the physical store, collect it anytime I want through the day. And I'm better guaranteed. Like I say, they lasted 2 hours, where Amazon lasted 2 minutes. So definitely look at smaller stores like that. I don't know how long like Curry's or Argos or whatever lasted. Thing is, Amazon doesn't charge you at the time of pre-order, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I also, when I pre-ordered it, it didn't charge me immediately, where most physical stores have, like Game or whatever, have like a £20 like deposit fee, which is just nice because I get to work. I get to get like a month's wage slip in, or like 2 months wages in, which will ease paying for the Switch. Also, ever since you pre-ordered the Switch, the price hasn't went up a lot. I thought Sweden wasn't affected with tariffs. The price went up a lot. Well, the thing is, everywhere will have like limited quantity, and I imagine pre-order wise, there's not many left. So that will be more like people selling through resale, through official places like Amazon. People will be reselling their pre-orders through Amazon, I imagine, or stuff like that. I don't know if that's actually the case, but a lot of people are probably doing it like that, selling through major stores. That won't be like tariffs or anything. Anything outside the US, you don't really have to. Also, I don't really want to put in too much, just because it bears on being political, and I kind of want just to avoid that. But I'm happy to very lightly address it. Argos would have gotten snatched up immediately. Yeah, Argos, I was just a lost cause, because after I got my pre-order, it was almost like a, how well have I done it? Like, how well did I do in the race to get my pre-order? So that's why I know, like, where I got it from. Just the console lasted an hour, the bundles lasted 2 hours, because I was just checking every now and again. And because, like, they have the... Yeah, exactly. Argos charges instantly. See, if I pre-order from a place that charged instantly, I don't think I would have done it. Like, I have the money there, but it would have been a very dumb financial decision to have done it, because it would have left me with like £200 in my bank account. So I've still got like a few days before other payments come in as well. Which even then, I would have been left with like 50 quid from that. I would have had 250 quid in a bank account. If it's that. Yeah, to be fair, I imagine you spend your money on things you like as well, because you have the crippling addiction of Yu-Gi-Oh! And TCGs. So I imagine that... Okay, I'm curious, when a new set comes out, and like, or say like you build a new deck, what is like the average price for like singles, or like, not necessarily singles, but like if you build a deck from scratch, when it comes like average between pulls and singles? That's what I was going for. I got there in the end. Because I had a roommate in uni who also collected Yu-Gi-Oh! Stopped a bit more recently, but still gets him every now and again for like the art he likes, but he used to build decks. And I was surprised when some cards he would get for like, just like single cards for a recent set, so like less scarcity as well. Because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not like Pokemon scarcity. You pay like 20, 25 quid for a single card that he didn't pull in sets. Yeah, okay. So that makes a lot more sense why you ran real low. I've never touched Magic the Gathering, but since I've been getting a bit more into like... Since I properly picked up the original TCG app and then picked up Pocket TCG, it's got me a bit more into it, because I've always liked card games. And the one that was really interesting was the Digimon card game. That's really fun to play.
Thank you Mr. Panay for ordering a $2,000 4K Ultra HD to the Doglet Avenue 420.
Okay, I'm hoping there wasn't any doxing in there. But also, speaking of irresponsible financial decisions, I need to pick my next one. Diglett, okay. I was like, please don't let Doglet Avenue be an actual address. I should have picked up from the 420. I need coffee. I need my stimulants. Yeah, my next irresponsible financial decisions, because they only technically make me a little bit of money if I can rationalize them that way, but I really can't rationalize them the way I want to, because I'm thinking like, streaming video wise is how I'm trying to justify these to myself. But I would really, and I do deserve the bonk. I deserve the bonk and a hydrate. Hydrate with caffeine, the dehydrating drink. I really want to get 3 new monitors. One, because these monitors I had since my first PC build, which I don't want to think about how long ago that was. My first PC build, which I was running right up until like last year, was back in... Feck, how long ago was it? I was still in secondary. I was like mid-secondary. So it would have been like 2009, 2010. Which surprising that it lasted me like 14 years. Like rarely ran that thing into the ground. So these monitors are like 14 years old, but also they've done the job. The reason I need to refresh them, because honestly, I'd probably still keep them.
Panay, you know you don't have to listen to the Sholulgadaval, right?
I know I don't have to, but they make some good arguments. I'm going to say good arguments. I mean arguments that I like to hear. So yeah, I'm thinking, 1, these monitors are also just on stands on the desk, so I lose desk space. And they're not like mountable to an arm. That's the only reason, otherwise I keep them. And some monitors look so nice right now. These monitors are only 1080p and I'll probably go like 2K. I don't think I'll quite go 4K because I don't need that distance. So looking at them. Yeah. The whispering sweet nothing's into my ear, and I really kind of like it. For however you want to take that. Yeah, I'm between 3 new nice 2K monitors and a nice monitor arm, so I can span it. I have the middle monitor that you would still probably be on top of for the camera. I looked over there, like, for the camera. I'm staring at you. And then one off to the side for, like, if I'm ever scribbling on screen. And then the rest off for, like, managing stream.
Here, you should totally.
I know. I know. That's what I'm trying to tell them.
Totally
Also, I like what you're saying. Like what you're saying. Do you want to kind of, like, do something later? Okay, I need to stop using that button. But just you know, just keep chatting crap I'm gonna stop. This is like a hard out. It's dangerous when you know you are the older one in the situation. And we do not want to get disrespectful. To bring that back from how many months ago?
What's evil and wicked?
I don't know. What is evil and wicked? Other than a VTuber and a musical. AI VTuber. Where they might have spared my interest in looking into how to get Solara to work. I'm really kind of messing with that personality. What were my other irresponsible things I need to pick up? Because they are both things that I can rationalize for stream. And it was like 3 things. But my brain is farting right now. And not like funny farts, like little squeakers that are just coming out of me. And like, you just can't, like, what was that? Like a dog waking itself up from sleep. Oh, one of them was, I feel like this pop filter is massive, plus this mic is probably about like 10 years old. Still great, and I probably use it for other things. But I do need the typical douchey podcaster mic. So at least when I'm like recording stuff, it could just be like, just take up this much of the screen instead of this much. Should I though, or should it be even more off? Oh no, I got you. It's a fact that
totally leave just one piece of loaf left in the bag.
just one piece. Just leave, like not even like the good bit. Just leave. Just leave the one like end crust bit that no one really likes to use, but I actually kind of like. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'm gonna make it nice and even. Once it loads. See? Now it's off by an even amount. Yeah, the end bit just has more flavour. Because it's the crust. It's not just like the normal doughy bit. It's had time to properly bake. Like, you bake a cake to that. You got it, Emmy. You can try. Trust me. I'm ready. You don't say that. Just don't aid me like that. Oh, that hurts. Also, just dependent on age. Just because I'm going to put this out there, I think you are outside of this. But this goes for like anyone watching VODs or in the chat. Twitch's tier, I'll put it in these words. Twitch's TOS says that you have to be 13 or older to be on the platform. Otherwise, if it is in like a VOD or anything, and anyone pointed out, if I haven't done anything to report or like ban you or do anything like that, then I'm in trouble. I'll put it in those words. But I'm assuming you're probably not. But to think I have monitors that are nearly as old as you hurts. But also, I just don't like that thought, because I'm also in the rush up to like I'm in no rush. I'm in a run up to 30. And as much as I love making the joke to make my parents feel older, of like, oh yeah, I'm 30 next year. Hey, Faded, how's it going? As much as
you did an outside stream, and I will find a way to contact Train Bolt. I already know you live in Liverpool.
Yeah, you have a whole city, but what if I live outside of
Liverpool? This one's for you. Penetrate.
Okay, that is a funny one, because I was along 2 lines for like what I'm gonna have to do for the single phone deck video. It was this video that I'm working on right now, and it was that moment when you put penetrate into TTS as I found the shiny. I was like, that rides a line of like what I'm willing to accept in like being on screen. Where I think Lucy still takes pride in the fact that I had to censor her twice in the Meloetta video. One for saying titties, one for saying my big white male penis or something along those lines. But I was like, the penetrate, that was too much of a good moment to not have in there. And honestly, doing this and like setting everything up and just having plenty of time to think while I'm just being like hammering out these checks. There are some great moments that we've had through just this video alone. So I'm hoping it's going to come out really well. My large penis. Yeah, something along those lines. And as much as we're all trans family, we're all trans family here. Whatever I was trying to say there. Whatever. We're all trans friendly. That's what coffee it is. Yeah. As much as we're all trans friendly here. For a child friendly video, I didn't think, even if it was like outside of that, my large white penis or my big old penis being randomly in there on the screen would have been like sideswiped to some people. What was yeah, BBC, we're talking about the broadcaster. Definitely not a big black consortium of people who just like watching Pokemon stuff and will sit here watching me do these stupid checks for hours on end. I definitely did add a few extra letters to that acronym. Okay, The tangent that I'm going to loop back to after talking about something else for like 10 minutes. While doing these checks, I've been recommended to watch Solo Leveling so much that I was like, you know what? I've got time. I'm going to sit here for a good few hours. Let's just start watching Solo Leveling. I blitzed that series in like a night. yeah. You know what? I'm not even going to like go back. I'm going to assume you're right there. Yeah, it kind of works out. Yeah, I blitzed that series in a night. But when I say I blitzed that series, I started watching it at the 80%. Yeah, near enough. No one's going to go check. Blitzed that series in a night and stopped because and no one spoil it if you've watched it, but the last episode is out this Saturday. So I got through it thinking I'd finish it all in one sitting. And now I have to wait for this Saturday for the last episode. So I almost like started at the best and worst time to watch it, because it's like I don't get to watch it all in one. I'm still waiting for the end, but also I get to watch the end with everyone else. But it is such a good show. Not for like super in-depth story or anything. It's just got like some good gimmicks to the anime. The animation is good for the most part. It does have some bits where it's like you're clearly saving money for the bigger scenes later on. But it's given me classic, what is it on? As a way of saying I didn't watch it in illicit ways. Illicit? That might be the right word. I don't know. I just happened to watch it. I happened to catch it all on TV in one sitting. In the best way. I would not know what that is. Fix. I'm glad you fixed what's broken. Just like I fix the counter. The counter's perfectly fine now. Just so I wonder if anyone sees like the stream thumbnail, if they just think I found Palkia and I'm still just trying to find Dialga. No, it kind of fixed itself. Let me correct it. So just for reference, it will do stuff like that because how the counter works. Decrease that by 1. Yeah, there we go. How this counter also works, which is how I got it to work more reliably, is basically it will, like I say, check for the image I tell it to. Then it basically tells it, don't try and check for the next 5 seconds, so it gives it time to like get off the screen. But if I'm on that for any more than 5 seconds, it will double count. I can set that to like 10 seconds, but that generally works for everything. But yeah, when I was watching it, I was like, why am I just kind of like stuck to watching? It's like there were points where I decided to like getting Pokemon, just watch. You can just watch a stream, you'll get them over time. You get more if you sub.
Fix the counter or I will find you, and that is not a threat but a promise.
You know what? Send it to Rainbow. Send Rainbow that whole stream. And he can probably find where I was. He won't be able to find where I live. Thankfully, because it was all just like around central Liverpool. Unless I'm, you know, given other means to not. Let's just say someone gifts like 50 something. No, I'm not doing that. I feel like such a shill if I do that. Yeah, oh, sorry.
How to get Pokeballs? I just wasted Pokeballs for this.
You just watch the stream. That is literally it. Occasionally, every now and again, a little green chest will pop up at the bottom of chat. That gives you some bonus Pokeballs. Otherwise, if you're subbed, you get more Pokeballs for the time you watch. What is that? It's too much. Yeah, it's just tiny of a screen. That's funny. Yeah, that was perfect for that moment. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish this. Ooh, now you see, that's tempting. I'll let Palkia get to 750. And then, because I said I was going to try and get to 1,000 this stream. I didn't realize how long that would take because we're at like 46 minutes. I may open some TCG just to do something different before I do the Palkia checks. Because like I say, I'm going to be open Palkia packs. So let's see if it brings luck for it. So fix it, me lord. Please, sir, can I have some more Palkia encounters? You're such an odd one. But that's why we work. Okay, it's on 750. Mid 1500s. I'm curious what that is. But I mean, an Irish accent is pretty much just an accent that I've got in my, what do you call it? Like a Rolodex. Like the thing the old people used to have in like, back in the day, before you had your phone with your contacts list. You used to flick through a wheel of things where you just like write down people's name and their numbers. In the Irish dialect, I can do this for hours. You know what? Why don't we actually? We could come. Oh, you know what I said? I know what I said. We could come over to this screen. Ooh, I mean, good job on the mythicals. Like, they're not easy to get. I will say that much. A phone book. Kind of like a phone book. This was before my time, so it'd be well before your time. Basically, you know the thing you see in like lawyers' offices or things? Where you see like a wheel of paper. Basically, all of those have like contact information on. Pause. Yeah, we're taking a pause on checks for a second. Well, I wonder where a cable is, and then I realise it's connected to a hard drive at the minute. Because I've been offloading some footage for this. Also, it's kind of weird that this accent is like very natural for me to do. I have actually asked an Irish woman, like, is my accent... No, to be fair, I didn't ask. I mentioned I can do a good Irish accent, and she went, do it. Do it. So I had to very embarrassingly, at one point, do this Irish accent to an Irish woman. Hey, Mirka, welcome. You've come in at a very weird time. What is that? Okay. There is no XQC in that link, so I'm not being rickrolled at least.
I'm Michael
Yeah, exactly.
Jordan. Stop it. Get some help. I'm Michael Jordan.
No, I'm Jordan Michael. We're not stopping until I pull the immersive Palkia. And apparently my friends found some good second screen content. Stop it. Oi, Michael Jordan. You should stop it. Get some help. Okay, let's get my phone connected and we're going to be opening some TCG because I need a break from checks if I'm being completely honest. It's literally maybe been the last, like, potentially 18 hours of my life if I take off the sleep. I need to... So that's there, full screen command. Sorry for the setup. We're hitting some like technical difficulties. You're gonna have to wait a second. I'm finding it hard to drop out of this accent if I'm being completely honest. Oh, the 1500s accent is gonna kill me. You can stop doing that. You stop doing that, and I'll stop doing the Irish accent, and we'll both be good, okay? Right? Are we agreed there? Okay, there we go. I have the phone connected. Do I? That I do, but it's just very tiny. Why are you so tiny? Why is it so tiny? Like, why is that so small up there? Give me a second, I'm gonna restart it. Open terminal. There we go. Phone full screen. But, to be fair, if you asked in America, you'd probably do an active. I have had so many odd suggestions. Also, I'm going to hide the phone for a second while I navigate to the app. Just in case anything pops up. I've had people think I'm Scottish, Irish, from Birmingham. Some people confidently said the wrong one, which is funny. Yeah, and a Scouse accent is such a weird mix that people don't generally place it if they're not from the UK. There we go. Ooh, the phone is really loud. Okay, yeah, let's lower you like -32. Apologies for the phone. I can guess I should have mute, Manaphy, Fiona, Darkrai, Shaman, Arceus, Kirby, Melbat. All time, Melbat. That sounds about right. I'm trying to think if you've missed some... Because I'm thinking Switch-wise. Mew, Jirachi with BDSP, Manaphy, Fiona, Darkrai, Shaman, Arceus from Legends Arceus, Keldeo, Meloetta, Genesect probably from Go, I'm imagine. Diancie probably from Go. I'm hoping Diancie is in ZA, by the way. Really hoping, because that crosses another mythical off for people to try and get. Meltan, Melmetal, and Pedro. Yeah, that makes sense. Not the first time. That I think she struck bang. Thank you so much for no Pogo. Yeah, Celebi's the odd one. Sorry, I'm very distracted. I catch up on what he's been saying because I'm interested in this now. Just bought Shiny Kakuna. I'm not going to be opening the Shiny packs. It's so annoying. I need to open these so badly. But I'm being so strict with sticking with the Palkia packs. I hope... It's probably Zeraora 2. Zeraora isn't possible, but if you mean in ZA, hopefully it's in ZA. Not since Crystal. Yeah. Which is a reason I'm thankful I bought Crystal. Okay. How many hourglasses do I have? 299. I'm gonna run this down to 120 so I can still open 10 packs at some point if I ever want to do like a shiny challenge. So. Moment of truth. That still sounds very loud, but it's probably quieter for you, thankfully. Shaman. Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I wasn't sure how you would have got Diancie if it wasn't for Pogo. Yeah. I will show you once I'm done with this, I guess. That one's backwards. Let's go that one. Anything? Nothing. I'm gonna go pack by pack just because I find that a lot more satisfying. So if I go back to the home screen, so let's say it brings you to one, you have the preview of packs. I was going to show you on the screen, but then the phone was also behind the phone. Yeah, it's like when it opens up, it says like you got a pack. In the bottom right there, select all the booster packs, and then it shows you all of them, and then you just pick from any of them. So more Palkia. Gonna take me to 278. We got a good few packs we can go through. Hey, Snow, welcome, welcome. Okay, any backwards or really crinkled packs? Backwards, there we go. I would just go for the first weird pack that I spot. Gable, Armor Fossil, Weasel, Sheldon. Sheldon? Sheldon. Sheldon. Young Sheldon. Yeah, I've just kind of been stuck doing this because I'm stubbornly trying to get every immersive before I move on to the next set. Also, thank you. I do need it. Okay. Next one. So we know the fifth. I mean, there's a backwards pack there. That's a sign. Regirock, Eevee, Kricketot, Empoleon. At least give me something new. Celebi, Deoxys, Victini, Hooper, Volcanion, Regina, Marshadow. Okay, so I'm imagining the Gen 6 are the hard ones to get. So, Victini, well, Victini is actually Gen 5. Victini, Hooper, Volcanion are usually event limited. Also, Marshadow. Regina you can get as long as you get like a 3DS. How delayed is that Twitch alert from Discord? Also, I should probably crop the top of the screen, shouldn't I? You know what? I will do that now. I'm going to crop the top of the screen just so people can't maybe see my messages. And lock that there. There we go. You get a bit bigger of a screen. Zero Aura is a root. Yeah, you're just locked by a load of events, basically. Annoyingly. Oh my god, I was opening a park. I just got a charge. Oh, congrats. How does it make you feel when people who were I hope that's deliberate. Who were born in 2017, the Switch came out and now 8. That doesn't bother me too much. It's whenever they get old enough to like be functioning people in society. That gets me. Or like you just said, like I have monitors that are almost as old as you. Like I have physical possessions that are almost as old as you. That's what gets to me. Wonder if they get new events. Hopefully they do. Like I say, I'm hoping they do similar stuff. Oh, okay, that being cut off is actually annoying me. It's just slightly more. Just so the top's a little neater over there. 23 out of 9. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like events in ZA. Yeah, because they one if they don't do.
It was the best Pokemon I caught.
To be fair, Shiny Genesect is just solid color scheme as well. I think I can get one to the DNS, but I think I mentioned this before. I always like catching shinies more than like just getting them, because the DNS would feel better if it wasn't for the fact that you can just constantly repeat it, so it feels like a giveaway and there's no challenge behind it.
It's time for the advert.
That math. Probably. What are we referring to when we say the math? Because the math probably isn't math, and I know me. The math probably ain't mapping. Wait, no, 2035. Oh, wait. I think I get what you're saying. Okay. Any weird ones? No weird ones this time around. There's one. Shiny Pokemon, favorite channel. Ooh, Torterra, new one. Can I? Can I train you on here? I need it for a reward. Train? I'm assuming you mean train. Do you mean like hype train? I don't know. Or like, is there something else in the game? Oh, do you mean? Oh, friend. Do you mean friend? Wait, I'm doing corrections. Because I mean, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it was 1 out of 300 as well. Yeah, it was hard. And get VIP benefits on, if not getting an ad. No guys, look, 2 points. Ooh, got unlucky. You can get an ad if you get the points. basically. The ads also are time limited because Twitch only lets me play ads so much, so I don't want to scam people. How much have I got the ads up for? I think I upped the price. But not by much. I think it's like 500. Yeah, 500 to play an ad. Yeah, okay. Got yeah, I corrected.
Number before 1000 as an init.
Okay. Stop it. Anyone who wants to add me on TCG Pocket, while I think through that, I guess. I think it's in here. Yeah, there you go. Friend ID is at the top. 1, 2, 30, 40, 50. I've never realized that no number before 1,000 has a. The more you know. Do I have a magical sound for this? You just acquired knowledge. There we go. I would, but it would be so useless because you get nothing from me. Also, I'm not sure if it's even still on my phone. Yeah. That's been on screen long enough. If not, screenshot it now, maybe. While I go back to finishing opening packs. Got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to packs. How many hourglasses do I have left? 230? Oh, still tons. I have to burn through these. We're not going to get many checks today, but I might get the Palkia and be able to move on to the Triumphant Light packs. Ooh, Ultra Beasts are back, which is interesting. It's a shame Ultra Beasts are maybe my least favorite of, like, legendaries or mythicals. Because they just feel the least like Pokemon for obvious reasons, but they just feel the least like creatures. Although they do have some amazing shinies, I will not doubt that. I could open 10 at once, but it's... Ooh, Regigigas. But it's so much more satisfying opening it one by one. Even though it's probably the exact same opening 10 at once. Although if we want to get back to checks, I guess, that means I can read chat a bit better. 160 cards. I'm only 11 off finishing this. Not sure how I feel about that. How much do I have left? I could open 10 packs and just save. Yeah, exactly. You need to open them in singles. See, Mega gets it. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Any mythicals like that will end up costing money, and it's always kind of like debatable if they're legit as well. But if you just want to complete the decks, I don't see why not, because when they're like time limited is where I have an issue, and I have an issue with them being time limited, but I don't have an issue with anyone who just ends up paying to get them. That's got a weird corner. Because I feel like they shouldn't be time limited, so just pay for it, even though you shouldn't have to. Oh, we cost money in Pogo. Okay, that is also where I have an issue. Pogo events should not be paid. I know they need to make money, but I don't feel like you should have to pay for Pogo events. Maybe missions and stuff. Okay, then that is what you pay for. Okay, my brain's done thinking. 20 quid. Okay, yeah, that is my other issue. For the brief time I played recently, the Pogo events are way too much. They should not be like 20 quid or that. But yeah, you should be able to like pay for quests or that, but the in-person events should be free. Like, encourage the community with free in-person events. Don't have like 2 tiers of the event. And pay for missions if you want, but don't make them like 20 quid. Because I still get that the app needs to make money. Even though they've just sold off to... I forget what the company's name is. The Staraptor. I've already got it, but the Staraptor. And I love the art. Thank you for helping me keep attention. I need to... Oh, I need to rub the pack. That's what I'm doing wrong. Sorry. I'll rub the next pack. I'll rub it out. Like, give it a little... Oh, I can't do it anyway, can I? Yeah, however you end up getting it, that's part of the fun of doing it. Ooh, weird twitch back. Yeah, you just gotta give it a little rub, maybe like a little back and forth, and then out. That wasn't an immersive, but we'll see what it is. Staraptor again! Hey! Monopoly Go. God, isn't that an actual thing? Yeah, Monopoly Go company. Sorry, I only read the first bit of that. Then now they're Pokemon Go and Monopoly Go. So yeah, oh, I'll caress it a bit more romantically this time. 183. We still got a few left. We can get Palkia in this. I've been saving them specifically just for like at one point doing it. And that point is today.
4 star up to all.
Star up. Any weird packs? Nope. Okay. We need to caress it gently. Tell her how soft and silky its packaging is. Give it a nice long... Okay, you can't give it a nice long rub. Just, you know, you just want to crack one out for me. Oh, that was a nice slow one. Purple up, Spiritomb, Alphonse. Okay, you did nothing. Instead, it might not like the nice soft touch. Does it want the rough touch? I want to open you so bad. Oh, you know you want to shine. Let's just go to the first one. You know you want to shine for me. Look at your nice shiny package. I'll tease you opening you backwards. I'll open you forward. I'll open you backwards. I'll go both sides. Oh, you know you want to give me it.
Kiss it.
Kiss it. Just face palm my phone. Was that a sign to stop? Ah, that's fine. Unless you were trying to go for it. Then it expires, it expires. That's how mobile apps get you. I hate to ruin the mystique. They make things expire so you have a fear of missing out. I knew I saw one backwards. You. And I'm going to open you backwards. I'm going to go in backwards. Regirock. Spiritomb. Voltorb. Was it at the front? Nothing. Oh, wait. No, absolutely nothing. I went in backwards and I got nothing. Listen. You don't know if I'm a front or a back man. I may be a back man. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, I'm just saying likely. You heard. Shiny Mega Metachamp for the You could still at least go in like Scarlet and Violet going if you really just want one. That's been the nice thing about going to like ZA and getting the random shinies is going like, oh, what ones have megas? Let's do this one. Take all that side. Take all that side. Do both fingers and see what side comes first. That side. No, I did get Staraptor again, so let's hear it for Staraptor. Ooh, wait. What? Sorry, Nightbot got you there. I mean, I can still see your link at least. Oh, clips. Why did it catch you for a link to a clip? I don't know why I did that. That's weird of Nightbot. Nightbot, chill for a second. I mean, my level 100 mega. Turns out work. Try to make it. Oh, yeah. Okay. How many points do I have left before 120? Yeah, that still works out. I could do maths. 12 is less than 15. I know. Shocking. It's a revelation that no one realized. Okay, last one. Surely the last one gives me something. I'll even just take something new at this point. Okay. This one. Last pack. Last pack. Yeah, Nightbot's purely on a power trip. Immersive Palkia backwards. Hopefully this sang it. No, I don't think it did. Something new? Gibble? Torterra was new. Okay. Not great pulls. But does that mean... Wait. Does that mean that when we go back to hunting, I will find the Palkia that is definitely... Oh, wait. What did I press to get all the way over there? God, which controller's which? There we go. It feels like they removed some features from the clip button. That's weird. I never really used the clip feature, to be fair, so I wouldn't even know what they removed. Oh, close. Can't swap user. That makes sense. Mega Pokemon Shiny Hunt. I know some people have done it. For the way I like doing things, I like doing Live Index style hunts, which is spread across so many generations, it's hard to do. I could technically, like, maybe make a theme of it in ZA. But I'll see how it goes with it. It's not really my type of, like, challenge I want to go for. Oh, sorry, yeah, I was doing 750 encounters, yeah. There's a lot. I was catching Palkia up, wasn't I? Let's see if Palkia defies that out. See, you can... Okay, here's the thing. You can make a title like that, but then it's Mega Shiny Living Dex ultimately doesn't make sense. Like, you just say, like, how I caught every shiny Mega Pokemon. Where I prefer to just go for, like, full Dexes. You don't have a Dex of Megas, if you know what I mean. Plus, I like to get them from the generation, so if I was to go for, like, Gen 3 Megas, I'd have to go back to Aurus. And then I'd have to, like, go to Gen 4, Gen 1, that type of thing. Ampharos, I'd have to go Gen 2. I'm working on it. It's at 7:51. Enjoy the nice cinematic while the game loads. Yeah, it'd just be... We leave Johnstone to go to all different games. Mainly just because I don't have a 3DS capture card. Which is also one of my Nightbot, get him! Oh no, you're mod. You can get away with that, god damn it. Okay. This one. Alright, not that one. They're nice and even. Are we happy now? Are we happy that they're even? I can adjust it manually, but then I haven't actually got the checks. So I'd rather actually get the checks. You can say that in chat. I guess. Congratulations. But then, okay. I said I actually want to get the checks. But, you know, just what if? Like, just what if? That's all I'll say. Oh, yeah, when I think... I gave you a mod for a link, didn't I? I think that was it. Okay, I'll fix it. God. That is so precious. With your silly numbers and your color pixels. Surely when that kicks in. It's immediately sad to happen. It's not immediately. I'm just thinking, like, Because there is that perfect place in it. I'm going to test Redemption a second. What one has an overlay? Waste Points does. Where did I put it? Oh, I put it up there. I thought I put it in the corner. Okay, since notifications are up there, how do we feel about if I set up... Oh, no, because I need to do 2 streams. Maybe. I could just do 1 game and then have it listen to a different chat. Which is possible. But like a Twitch plays Pokemon thing in the corner. Where the chat thing doesn't touch. Then that just means it's kids just thinking gay is an insult. In which case, you don't need to ever acknowledge that kid ever again. Just leave them banned. That's a good rule in life. If anyone ever uses gay as a slur, not a good person. See, I would have left them banned. If that was me, I would have left them banned. I've been... Okay. Ray has, like, jumped in before when I've been questionable on banning people and been like, no, you're being too light. They deserve to ban. I was like, you know what? In hindsight, they did. I think for some reason now, I found someone lighter than me on unban. I'm just like, no. Terrible person. Leave them banned. Not even terrible, but just, like, uneducated. If they come back at some point to say, like, I understand gay as a slur, then you'd be like, okay. Yeah, just completely flip it. Like, you know what? You're painfully straight. I bet you've never even seen a penis before. I bet you feel gay looking at your own penis, like, really just, like, nail down. You know what? I do love that idea of, like, going extreme. Would it be heterophobic? You don't really think about it the other way. You know the term homophobic. But is heterophobic the term for, like, irrationally... It's not scared, but phobia is scared. Irrationally discriminatory towards straight people. Which I feel like you could probably... Because obviously you have extremes either side. Everything's a spectrum. And we're all on some spectrum. It doesn't have to be neurodivergent. We're all on some spectrum. When it comes to, like, homophobic to heterophobic, I feel like a lot of straight people on, like, the homophobic side. There's probably definitely some people on the heterophobic, like, extreme side. Hey, and then you can get Meloetta. Yeah, but that's, like, friend stuff. To be fair, you sound like you have the opposite issue that I have to do, like, many aspects of my life. Where, yeah, exactly. It's just funny. Hey, pansexual. They are extremely sexual towards me. Oh, I've got these controls the wrong way around. That's why I've been messing them up. What was it? Oh, yeah. The issue I've had consistently through, like, not necessarily secondary school. I think I was still too quiet secondary school for this to happen, but I had to, like, best mates through, like, college, uni, in work. I've slut dropped many a man just to prove that I am great at slut dropping. Because apparently girls are like, oh, don't slut drop me. It's like, but... whatever. So, one of my mates, like, in work or whatever, was like, oh, just slut drop me. And I gave him the best slut drop of his life. But the amount of times people have, like, asked me and my friends, like, are you two together? And we're like, no, we're not together. We just make jokes as if we're together. I don't know where you're getting confused. And to the point where a tutor in college came up to us, like, this is for, like, a different class he had. Came in and found what lessons I was in. And then went, okay, these students, I guess is what I use. Students are, like, making a little film and they need people And we knew by the way he said people. We were like, what do you need us to do? Because we were like, we're going to make you say it. I was like, they need a couple of people who can be like a gay couple. Like, fine, but no kissing. No tongue. We'll do everything else. Just no kissing or tongue. Like, if you need us to touch tips, we'll touch tips. But like, we just knew the vibe between us was that vibe. And even like some of the messages we sent like the best mate from uni are very much like, occasionally, maybe like, morning, BB. Or like, morning, babe. How's it going? And just stuff like you will send to your girlfriend. I've had to do for every time. That's fair. Yeah, it's just fun to play with it. You know, me and my friends are the same. Yeah, I feel like if you're not, you're rarely friends. Like, are you close enough that people would mistake you for being like... I mean, obviously they wouldn't think like you're gay lovers if like your best friend is a girl and you're a guy. But... I'm gonna take that. So, I didn't do this one. I didn't put the counter off. The game did. That's cinema. That's cinema right there. You know, when you just touch tips, you know, you and your friend like poke your fingers together. Yeah, if you do the what is it? What do they call? The picnics enough, they will just naturally get the gourmand mark for if you like keep making sandwiches and stuff. If you, I'm assuming like you just have data when you party while you're making sandwiches, and like maybe breeding or making Chinese sandwiches. And yeah, Majora, I'm sorry, it's off. Or maybe the story, I'm assuming. You're not friends. Zesty around it. Exactly. Your friends need to be able to bring out the zest. And it doesn't help if you're like me and my friends where we would just pile on the joke. To the point where sometimes it does become a game of gay chicken. I was like, who's going to end this joke first? The game will fix it. That's all I'll say. Oh, I still haven't seen the Minecraft movie. Mainly because I don't feel like I want to, and I'm talking around things. I don't want to support it. But I feel like I still need to see it. So I need to see it at some point. Okay, here is a line I think is like, when you go from being friends to best friends as adults, if you've went out to drink with them at some point and you haven't kissed them at all, I'm not talking like lips, like kissing lips to lips, but like kiss a cheek, kiss a head, just like kiss some part of them, are you best friends? Because I've done that with everyone who I consider a best friend. Not gay. At least I don't think. That is also a weird thing which I feel like for me throws off a lot of people. I actively despise labels. And I'll say, like, if you really need a label, I'll say I'm straight. But also, I'd like to be agnostic. I never say, like, no, there'll never be a man. Like, there might be a fucking Adonis of a man who I get on really well with. I just haven't seen anyone even remotely close to that who compares to how I feel about women. But always be agnostic. Never say never, in the famous words of Justin Bieber. Kiss the third leg. If they've got a third leg like a third nipple, and you've kissed it, that's fine. As long as you end it with no homo, it's fine. And enough drink, I'll do many things. Yeah, pretty much I feel like that is the sentiment. Yeah, is that a pause chant moment? Keep my sock on. I only need one sock on. And by that I mean like the blanket effect. When everyone sticks one leg out of blanket to keep 1 foot cool and 1 foot warm. Although, I feel like my brain would freak out just having one sock on. Just for a little bit of like OCD. Keep your socks and don't count. Sorry, I only just clicked on the second bit. Is that what you meant? You're not fully committed unless you get fully naked. That is the sentiment. Yeah. No worries, I'll see you in a bit. I'm not gay, it's just autistic. I'm not gay, I just really fucking love rainbows. Okay. And I don't know why this thought popped in my head. How would it work if you have your socks on and it's Pride Month? Are you gay? And you can assume what situation I'm insinuating there. Top 10 harness lands. Yeah, someone clip it and then don't ever send it to me. I don't need that to come back anytime. I'm sure I've had worse. There's no, the what Pokemon will be, and going through that definitely was not worse for this. Worse than this. Also, this is definitely not one of the worst conversations I've ever had. Just thankfully, those are all offline. But that is one of the funny things is I want to get... Yeah, God. But VOD channel, just skip an hour in, you get a great conversation. Yeah, one thing I really want to do is, like, get my friend on stream because we have some freaking great conversations, but I also feel like there will be so many things people could take out of context. Yeah, everyone's had worse conversations in this offline. This is me being safe. Because one of the constant things me and my friend love doing is saying things as if we are the worst people in society. Act like sarcastically, but like saying it with the chest as if you're saying it for real. And that would be like the worst thing is if I was to get him on stream and we like play games. So like when we were playing Halo, we had a whole bit of like, oh God, it was better before misogyny was... I mean, I could get him on stream for a big old smooch. I feel like he'd probably feel more awkward than that than I would. He has a girlfriend, but I'm very much more comfortable in my sexuality, I feel. My friend did... Okay, my brain stopped. My brain just, like, for some reason went... Me and my friend did smash, and for some reason, stopped reading at that point. Me and my friend did smash or press on every Hollow Knight character and enemy. Okay. I realized I went past the tipping point. I'll come back to what I was like when me and my friend were playing Halo and that joke because I loved it. I realized I went past the tipping point of like, is it that obvious? It's my single show. What a song for those to come into. Love this one so much. Yeah, watching through Solo Leveling and I went like, oh God. I instantly fell in love with this character. I am becoming more of a weeb. No! Because it was when, if you've seen Solo Leveling, Essel shows up and I was like, she is amazing. I love her as a person. I want to see more of her. And then he left a little hint as if like, we will never see her again. And I was like, God, she's been here for 2 episodes and I'm actively sad she might not be a thing. She might just be like snapped out of existence. I think that by now, oh, no. Thing is, I feel like the not all firing. I feel like I've got the demon. Like she popped up and she was just I think it was the moment I was like, I love this character. Was like super badass demon knight, and then suddenly was like, like suddenly went into like a shrill little girl's voice and was so like, just instant quakiness. I was like, I love you so much. Please, just I want to see more of you. You are great. That is true. Yeah, they just don't exist. The one that took a while to grow on me, but I feel like it's more like I'm semi like shipping them. Which, like, not even hating. Yeah. Sorry, there's 2 characters that took a while to grow on me. On one of them, I love the fact that they fully lent into the joke of, like, him just being oblivious. Was the girl who's, like, the little sister surrogate. When... Is it just doesn't have an idea when he's like driving him around. It's like, she's younger. Like, yeah, she's obviously younger than me. And he's like, ugh. But they like that family dynamic between the two of them was so nice. So she took a while to go in because I didn't fully get at the start. And Hunter Cha. I was like, she's got a... Yeah, I think we just found out I might have like solo level and turn me full weeb. Yeah, I like the design. I think that's an interesting design straight off. I know you've got like main character design. There's something going on here. Yeah, like so. I won't question you. You could kill me in an instant. Yeah, main character energy straight off. Or at least like very close. I feel like I didn't, because I feel like I would have noticed. Palkia is very weird, but you gotta look for it. Lip thing. Clip or ban. Are we robbing that John Stone bit? If you can get a clip, then... actually, wait. I realized, okay, there is a way to check. So that's loading up, that's fine. If I open Twitch up here. okay, I thought you were. Was it the clip or band that got you? You're like, no, maybe not. Yeah, I've seen too much of Palkia already. But back to Hunter Cha. It's like, she was main character energy from the start. Was badass. I was like, okay, you're kind of getting there. But then the moment that they had in the cave when she was like, I don't hate your smell. And she kind of gets like that little bit of a curiosity about. I was like, oh no, my brain's now shipping this together. God damn it. And let's just say I really want the last episode because I need to know how that ends up. I'm not going to say why because it's not out. And people have probably seen it already. Non-dub? I guess. Yeah, are you watching dub like me, or do you mean like the original Japanese? The original non-dub? Where is this come on? What have I done? Is this because I was shipping someone? Are we happy I'm now? Subbed. Okay, yeah, so you know what goes on. So I've still got something in store for the last episode. Episode 13. Oh, I can't wait. Also, it goes just... Those last few episodes go really hard. And the fact that it is very clear at the end, like, he has just, like, outclassed everyone. Because, like, S-class fighting. And they're just like, okay. He's just testing an S-class. So he just goes, no, I'm going to try and kill you. Because he knows he probably can't. That moment, oh. Yeah, you get a week early, which is what I really want. But then, I've been watching it dubbed, and I can't go for, like... This is like me watching the Dragon Ball Z dub versus sub. I can't watch this because I'm so not used to the sub voices. Or, well, the original voices, I guess. I don't mind the reading bit, but it's the voices are so different. I think I did watch... I watched something sub, but I can't actually remember now. Annoyingly. It may have been like... original Attack on Titan, maybe? The first season. Yeah, S+. He's basically... I think there's like double S rank and like however high the ranks go in like fighting games. Whatever. It's like 5 classes above everyone. And when he had the big old... I'm still trying to like not spoil for anyone who was gonna try and watch it. The second to last episode when he's fighting the tough enemy, I guess, is the most vague way I can put it. When he makes him quiver in fear. When he makes multiple people quiver in fear. It's almost like, yeah, bug. It's almost like when he first realizes how the system works and makes all the women quiver in a different way in season 1. He makes, for the opposite reason, his enemies quiver. Like when he has a line of like, when he does it twice, it's like, oh, can demons like be scared? When he does that the second time, it just hits right. It's like in Invincible when he does like the "you'll take this to your grave" line after the weird speech. I haven't, but that would be so good. Okay, after I watch the last episode on Saturday, because I don't want to ruin anything, I want to like have the original experience. I'm definitely gonna look up Solo Leveling Abridged. Is it like all of it? I'm assuming it might be season 1, so I might be able to do it not being spoiled, but I don't want any like things ruining characters while I'm shipping and loving every one of them. I want everyone to survive and no one to die. Yeah, because I know like Dragon Ball Abridged. I know a few things abridged. They're still leveling. Okay. That sounds completely... Okay, I might watch that. That might be something that I'll watch while I get like the rest of these checks. And I think today we might just be going for like 800. 800 and 799. Oh, yeah. Just some lines go really hard. I think what else have I actually been watching? But there's not really been much. Annoyingly, and it's a thing I said I don't really want to watch on or like talk about on stream. It's just a load of politics shit because I feel like I still need to keep up with it. Some called Solo Leveling, which is. I'm assuming when you say season, you mean like the manga? Or manga. Sorry. Shangri-La Frontier. The counter will fix itself eventually when the Brilliant Diamond crashes. It's fine. Yeah, that's actually a good point that I was just thinking of. So, Shangri-La Frontier. Do we have any recommendations for like series I should like burn through while I'm doing these checks? 11 seasons of anime. If it lasts that long, that is the only thing you gotta think of. Like 11 seasons. 11 seasons of anime is a lot. Invincible I have seen all of and loved to death. I think that is actually why I like Solo Leveling. It's like Invincible but a lot lighter of a tone, but still has a bit of that same feel. Black Clover. I feel like I've heard that before. Okay, Black Clover's a blanket. That's going on the list. Shangri-La Frontier and Black Clover.
Are you sure?
What do you mean? Am I sure that Solo Leveling is like a lighter Invincible? Because it does get very heavy. But I feel like Invincible is very much like in a turmoil of stuff. Oh. I forget that meme so much, but it gets sent it so much. I feel like it's a blind spot. They're like, are you sure? I'm like, oh, I forget how he says it. But I know exactly the scene you mean. Oh, what was... God, my brain. My brain is clocked off. We're getting to 800 and then my brain is ready to finish. Ooh. Oh no, that's a great one. Okay, if anyone's not watched Peaky Blinders, I would definitely highly recommend Peaky Blinders. I just haven't seen past season 3. Because I think it was at a point where it went off like BBC iPlayer and then I needed to wait for it to go on like Netflix. So I didn't watch it for a bit and now I need to watch like the catch-ups and then keep watching it. But I love that. But that's also another heavy show. I feel like I need to go like heavy show, lighter show, heavy show, lighter show. And as much as Solo Leveling can be a bit of a heavier show, it's also just kind of like shonen, cool fights and action. And also not really seen, but Shutter Island. Is that the film? Because I feel like I saw that years ago. And didn't realize how good of a film it was until literally the end. As I realized like everything came together because it is one of those films. I was like, this was amazing. That's a thought I had where like my brain like farted out. One thing I was kind of hoping they were going to do, like, early setting up solo leveling wise, was they threatened his life a lot, and also had them going after, like, people when they were enemies. And I thought the system was going to say, like, you'll take out this person, basically use him as an assassin. You will take out this person or you will die, and he would have to make, like, that moral decision. But I do like the spin that they've taken on it, where they can't send him to, like, a penalty zone. Also, I feel like if they just kept saying, oh, you will die, it would get boring. But they started taking out the penalty zone once he used it for training. And instead started doing, like, Pavlov style. It'll get there, don't you worry. Yeah, they started setting up his motivations as more like Pavlov stuff, where you'll get rewards for doing what we want. Which we still don't fully know what they want. Here we go. Hey, the block term's working so well. You're getting banned. Sorry, just banning someone. Here we go. Jujutsu Kaisen's another one, which I've been told it is just dumb shonen, but also with great animation. Okay, that's another one for me. To be fair, for how I like watches of like just stupid shonen action animes, or maybe like the best side monitor content, considering I can't pay full attention to story. So what were we thinking? Probably I'm thinking Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, because the both of you just like, it's great. And I've heard a lot about Black Clover, but not a lot about the story, so I feel like I'd be jumping in at like the perfect point as well. Then Shangri-La Frontier, and then maybe jump back to Peaky Blinders. See if I'm like done with anime at a certain point. Peaky Blinders may come in earlier. I might give that a go. I never really jumped into the Last of Us series. Like, I jumped into the Fallout show just because I love Fallout and it really nailed the tone. And I feel like because they did the Fallout show well, I'm willing to jump into another video game show and give that a try. Because otherwise, before that, I'd probably consider the fact that they've never really been done well. But I might give The Last of Us a go if I need to break up all the anime that I'm apparently planning to watch. Yeah, no, never seen it, pretty much. My friend loves it. I've seen a few episodes, but lost my momentum with the show. Okay, that's not a good sign. But if your friend loves it, then that might be like me with the Fallout show. So I love the Fallout show, but my brother not knowing anything about it or like the world and how weird and quirky it was, it took a lot of like adjusting to it. But I feel like I got a good enough vibe that I probably could jump in. Like, I've seen enough, like, I've never actually played The Last of Us. I've only ever seen playthroughs, like, on the side while I've been doing other stuff. I feel like Fallout was an outliner for us. Shit, yeah. Games are way hard to translate to live. Yeah, it's because you spend so much time with the characters and the world that just jumping in and everyone being out for themselves in a weird sort of way, and that weird, like, Fallout hits such a unique dystopian vibe that it can be jarring just dropping someone in with basically no context. But they somehow made it work by like drip feeding it, by literally giving them like the game, like the Lone Wanderer, I think was Fallout 3's. Because you had the, I forgot what it was, the Lone Delivery Man, or the Lone Delivery Man. The courier, I think it was, wouldn't have fit as well. Being able to like bring them out of the vault and everything feeling a bit off was the best way to ease into the show. I should watch a background movie on repeat. It is on my list of something I need to watch just to be down with the kids, you know. Know all the beans and shit and Riz and chicken jockey. I still don't get that. I feel like, okay, Doug was having his rant about chicken jockey on stream, and I was like, I'm not as old as you, but I get it. I was how the Fallout they were consistently referencing the game. Yeah, so many game references as well, but not heavy-handed. The Pridwin, New Vegas at the end. Oh my god. When it showed the shot of New Vegas, I was so happy. And then they mentioned like other towns and that. Yeah, specific enemy types and the difference between the ghouls. I like that they gave context to, like, more context to ghouls than you get in the games, really. Because you get context for, like, the super mutants and how they were all, like, experiments and stuff, and how, like, some, like, orcs maintain the sentience and, like, the semi-sentient sort of thing. And some are just completely mad because of the experimentation. But ghouls never really got fleshed out in that kind of way. But the series really did it justice to where they constantly have to take something to not become feral. Because I don't think you get that context in games unless I just miss like that, like lore and side quests. Is it in regard? I mean, it's like I'm sad, but okay, I do want a vibe check for this. When stuff like that happens and it's on the news, do you agree with the person who did it being shown? That's like as nice as I can think to put that. Other than that, I kind of want to get like straight past this, but I want to know if I'm normal or not. Let's quickly get ready to move on after this. I don't know the whole ghoul taking drugs do not go feral, because before that it wasn't. I think before that it wasn't a thing, but it makes sense in the world, and also like it adds stakes and not just making them immortal. Yeah, but back to talking shit and shows and stuff. Because that's the thing. Ghouls just felt like, oh, you look terrible and you sound like you've smoked 50 packs of cigarettes every day for the last 200 years. But you're also immortal. But then it is also where the feral ghouls come from, where they just like, and where does that line end? And apparently it's like normal ghouls, unless they get too much radiation. Like, apparently, how I rationalize it in my head is like, you can immediately... Yeah, all ghouls turn feral eventually. Some just happen to go immediately. But yeah, it just feels like they got an insane buff for getting super cancer. Which is backwards. But having that element to it works. And then if you apply the logic of it's something they always do in the shadows, and it's like a black market trading sort of thing, it can still work for the games as well. That's kind of why I like that logic to it. And I like that they ironically fleshed out the ghouls more. And also, that one just... Oh. Just some of the characters are just so good. I forget her name. I was trying to remember her name, like the main girl's name. It's been a while since I watched it, like months ago. I probably wasn't the only one, but I found Lucy, that's it. I found her look a bit jarring at first, but it was weirdly, one, you get used to seeing her more on screen, and it becomes more natural. I feel like they did definitely some color grading around the eyes to make them look bigger and doughier. No, but I feel like I need to at some point. I need to get all the gold, or like the time trial records to get gold Mario at some point. But yeah, it was... I feel like they toned down maybe the color grading around her eyes so they didn't look bigger and doughier. And also the fact that when she embraced the world, she felt more like a real character, even though she became less of a real character because of how the world is. As long as we like give her context, and you can ironically look away from big old doe eyes. Because also, if you look at pictures of the actual actress in real life, her eyes seem normal. I was just very fixated on that straight off. And I had to constantly like tell myself for the first couple episodes, like, you'll get used to it, you'll get used to it, you'll love everything around it. I do want them to explore more of the vaults though. Because that is always the best thing about the Fallout series, is how weirdly freakish the vaults are. Oh, and that's the other thing. I loved them exploring the actual companies, like the heads of it. Because obviously you hear a lot about like Robco and stuff in the games. You get that context. But you actually hear the rationale and the motivations behind them doing it, rather than just the fact that they did it. I'm just reading the Mario Kart chat again. Yamia's. For some reason I read that as Mill. Just to be fair, if I would have read it on my actual screen, I would have read it as me. Yamia's Peter Griffin. I'm just normal me. But I'm trying to remember who I played. Because it did have like a solid selection of characters. Because I think usually I will go for like the highest speed kart with the heaviest characters to kind of like even out. At least for like the Grand Prix. Other than that, it would generally be like Toad or someone like character fast kart. Try and get the time trials. Because that was when my completionist brain was like kicking in. Like right after I'd done Zelda for like everything except the Korok seeds, I was like, I'm going to get all the time trials because I want Golden Mario. Or like a Golden Kart or something. I feel like you get Golden Mario and he was like one of my go-to characters. But I definitely need to do some of that in prep before the Switch 2 comes out and we can like jump on and just put... Okay. ADHD brain needs to keep a single track of thought, but how are we feeling about open world Mario Kart? Do we feel like it's a gimmick, or do we think they found a way to make it work? Because the semi open world bit where they're doing like the connecting tracks, I feel like is a great thing. Like you have roll and start and you need to maintain momentum between courses. See, that's what I feel like it is. Those two right next to each other. I feel like it can go 50-50. Because I was trying to rationalize, like, what can they put in an open world for Mario Kart to justify it being open world? See, Forza Horizon vibe is kind of what I was thinking. Like, you drive to each race. But then also from, like, the Nintendo Treehouse things, there are, like, I think it's, like, golden bags or something sitting next to, like, pump stations. I really need to do, like, skim over every little bit of those Treehouse gameplay sections. Because I'm trying to figure out what you actually do in the overworld. Other than drive to each race, which would still be cool. Because there's definitely a community vibe with it, considering you can take pictures and photos with, like, friends. And, like, whether the overworld is just, like, a community hub where you can, like, buy, like, customizations and stuff. And kind of, like, the overworld is your menu kind of thing. Yeah, I like street... To be fair, I had actually thought about that. That may be something unintentional, but, like, you can make ad hoc tracks and be like, okay, we'll start here first one to get to here, and you... cross map races. Fastest person, like, you need to have a knowledge of the overworld. Fastest person from one corner to the other wins. So then it's not just, like, a set course. You just have to find the fastest way there. And it's kind of like a Zelda race, edge to edge of like who can do this first, but it's a literal racing game. Okay, the more with Mario, yeah. Oh no, it's like, alright, we'll race to the edge of the map, but then if you lose, like, I get your car, we're racing for pink slips. Or like, I get your cute Peach outfit and you have to go back to a basic dress. Oh, it was so dumb. Yeah, I feel like Mario Kart World is going to have some interesting ideas come out of it. And I never thought about this before. Just while we're on the subject of like Switch 2 things, while I'm getting up to 800, getting very close. Donkey Kong Bonanza. It looked very Mario. Mario. It looked very Mario Odyssey-ish. I didn't realize it was pretty much done by the Mario Odyssey team, which is making me so excited not only for the game and to play through that, but also for the content that's going to come out of it, considering so much content came out of Mario Odyssey. Like what you did to the shock. Trying to elaborate. There's something that my brain's not connecting. I feel like I should do. The annoying thing is this year is like so stacked for games. And I'm going to want to play all of them, but I'm also going to want to like first time play them for content. So I'm going to need like a 10 terabyte hard drive just for all that footage. Oh, stuff like that. I do wonder with some of the items whether it's going to be... So say like you're doing a normal... Is it 8 or like 12 person race? 10,000 feet in the air, yeah. I wonder if between like the 24 person race and like the 12 person race, if items are going to affect people differently, because obviously like you can shift how items are distributed. So like if you're in 12th in a 24 person race, you're less likely to get a bullet bill. But if it's stuff like the shock affects everyone, because I think the shock works like the blooper, doesn't it? Where it only affects the people in front of you. Which, didn't it affect only the people in front of you in previous games? Or am I remembering that wrong? I can't remember. I think it did affect... Yeah. I think I was just complaining with the blooper. But like, if it affects everyone in a small race, but only the people in front of you in a large race, just to not affect the people way at the back. No, you're wrong! It's like Danganronpa came into my head. Yeah, okay. See, I tried to give... Why you mentioned Adventure Time. Tried to give it a go. I got a good bit through it, and it's quirky in that low random kind of humor. Which I might... Going back to it, I could probably watch a few episodes, but it's hard to be one of those like where I get really into it and want to binge it. I feel like it is prime Saturday morning cartoons. Adventure Time's now in Fortnite. I feel like everything's in Fortnite. No. Like, Dragon Ball Z is in Fortnite. Peter Griffin's in Fortnite. What is it in Fortnite? Marshmello the friggin' musician was in Fortnite. You can tell I only know the big ones. As of today. Tomorrow. Correction! Yeah, home is just everyone. It's one of the things that actually puts me off going in. It's just like... It's a mess of a game to jump into at this point because there's just been so much added. I feel like if you played through consistently, it would probably be fine. But to jump in with all that mess... No. I'm gonna buy out the whole squad. Homer isn't? Okay. Yeah, exactly. The crossovers ruin it for me because I would just like the game to be iterated more, and the game seems like it stays the same. The map just changes every now and again, and they add characters. Yeah, it's like whatever's popular at the time. Insert character is then going to be in it. Like, oh, Thanos is popular. We'll throw Thanos in. Which, to be fair, I heard when it did stuff like that, he had, like, unique mechanics. But then the limited time events where... I like games where they constantly, like, keep mechanics in and you can always go back. Because I don't like FOMO mechanics in games. Kind of like what I was saying with Pokemon Go, which is what really turns me off to that, is all the FOMO mechanics. And most mobile games, to be fair. With Miku. Wait. With Miku, Eminem, Godzilla, and Spider-Man. I feel okay. Tell me if I'm wrong, but Fortnite feels like the Funko Pop of games. Like if they can make it Fortnite style, they'll just throw it in. As a team is funny though. Like that feels like the ultimate showdown kind of lineup. Jesus as well. Hey, if Jesus ever gets popular again, he'll probably be in. Okay. This is a great song for these last checks. I feel like they're already pretty much there. Like, other than massive IPs like Pokemon and stuff, for instance, I feel like they are very close. As invincible. Gotta fight. Yeah, that is where we will fight all future wars. The massive locator thing. Okay. So, what game is my... Are we happy? Because I got to 800 and it's about 2 hours. I feel like it's about right. It's about 10 o'clock. People need to, like, get up for work on Friday. Are we happy if I leave the counter like that? You know what? Wait. Leave counter. Yes. No. 1, 2. Yes, no. No, I am not. Start working 24 hours. In 24 hours? What are you... That's a real late shift. Lower the Palkia by 1. I could do, just to annoy people, and then move it straight back after stream when I keep going. Okay, we don't need to leave it to a vote. I love that answer. 10 to 6. You know what? I was thinking that would be rough. But that actually sounds great, because then you just get your day. That would be rough. Yeah, it would be rough, me. Okay. We're ending it at Dialga at 801 and Palkia at 798. And we're ending on a pretty good song. Hopefully we've got, so I'm going to try and jump on. I've said like Tuesday and Thursday are the days I'm going to try and jump on and do like check-ins and try and get some encounters in, start hunting, whatever. So we've got a good view, a good bit of time between next stream. Hopefully I can get it by then. If I do get it by then, I'm going to jump on a random... I mean, you'll know if it's not a Tuesday or Thursday and I say... Oh, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I can imagine that sucks working in a nightclub. Yeah, that's probably the only other place other than a prison where you see the worst types of people. But the money's got fair. Yeah, you're getting paid rightly for it. Yeah, the counter will be fixed by next stream. They will be nice and even. But for now,
tune into Disney Channel.
We're 801 and 798. It's the same time every day, whether I'm here or not. You will tune in. Oh, excuse me. Give Palkia some love. I'll give Palkia some love. He'll get even love to Dialga. And if Dialga comes first, then we will give Palkia double love. I will have to play 5 hours of the game to get to that point, but we'll get Dialga some... We'll get Palkia some double love. Also true, that is how I will get it in TCG Pocket. But yeah. If it's not Tuesday or Thursday, assume we're going to see a shiny on stream. And then I get through to some more checks. Other than that, I will catch us Tuesday, if not before then. See you in a bit.